have you here at your club, the Royal Badminton Academy that opened earlier on this year. So can you please introduce yourself a little bit?
Sure. Hi guys. Yeah, my name is Afshin Royal. Um, I'm really happy we opened this club, and it was my dream. So I started badminton at the age of 4, and at the age of 9, I was one of the best in my country. And then I took it very serious in my mind, and even I started studying sports science and physical education. I entered my national team at the age of 15, and I could go to World Championships 1995. Um it was in Switzerland, and that was great experience for me, and I decided to take that really serious as my career. Um, I was the best in my country for almost 13 years, and in different ages, and I was the captain of the national team. My world ranking um, year 2003 was around 50, 50 something. I used to play doubles and singles, and I decided to move to Dubai, and we started having the first academy there in Dubai, and we expanded to 13 clubs. Around 6 years ago, I decided to move to USA and start a club here. But I used to coach some other places, and finally, we could start our first club in USA this year, 2021. So I have around 29 years experience of coaching and 39 years of playing. As I said, at the age of 4 I started, and I used to teach in George Mason University in Virginia, and now I moved to California, and I'm going to teach in other universities there because I love teaching. First, let me tell you why we named it Academy, why we don't name it Club, because our mission is producing really professional players. I have some professional players, they play for their country. The one which is like always I proud of her is Tanisha Crasto now. She's playing for India national team, and she's the main player for mixed doubles, and many other players.
Coach, you mentioned that the right age to start playing is between 4 to 6 years of age. Can you explain why is that so?
Yeah, that's very nice question. Um, there are some abilities which we get in certain ages. For example, at the age of 1, a baby starts walking. So that's normal. And that process is really fast. But when that baby wants to learn walking at the age of 4, maybe that process takes 3 times of, the time he was or she was just 1 year old. Same in badminton. If the coaches, any certificate in the world you named, I got about badminton, and even I can certify the coaches. But what I learned, we miss so many things, even in the um, best, classes or the highest level classes, because nobody target the ages between 3 to 6. Even I remember in Dubai, I had a player. His name was Rio. At the age of 3 years and 4 months, he started with me. So even first I said, no, I cannot accept under 4 years old. But when he came, I see, no, even he has all those coordination which I was expecting the person have at the age of 4. So I said, okay, we can start. But there is a way to do that. But anyway, um, those abilities, if we learn at those ages, I mean 5 years old, 6 years old, is much easier to make the player professional at early ages. That's why we have the best team, under 9, under 11, under 13 in USA, and I came to USA just 5 years ago. So there is reason behind of that, which is not just science. Even in science and all those badminton classes I passed, and I really learned so many things. There is a gap. That's the reason we are going to have the first center in the world, which is targeting kids ages between 3 to 6. That's the gap I found in the world. Then they never care about that age, and then at the age of 6, 7, 8 they want to push them so much to learn whatever they're supposed to learn at the age of 3 or 4. So I think that's a shortcut if we can start at that age, badminton. But generally we can build up so many abilities and work on so many abilities at earlier even ages, at the age of 3. That's why we are going to open the first sports care in the world, which is targeting 3 years old, 4 years old, and 5 years old kids, and we make them ready for all the sports. Because if we able to make kids understand the coordinations, and somehow we really focus on their foundation at early ages, they get so much confidence to do so many extraordinary stuff at early ages. So that's the reason, after all those general exercises and coordinations, we teach them. The best age to start badminton, it can be 4, 5, 6, and that's the reason for that.
Another question parents have, coach, is that if parents miss the sign up of their children for badminton, between the age 4 to 6, and they start coaching, meaning their children, they start coaching around the age of 10 or later, what are the advantages of
Okay,
coaching at that time?
that's really good question. Of course, all of the players who register for any sport, including badminton, cannot expect to be world champion. So, what if they register late? So, what is our plan for them? Usually after 2 weeks, when they sign up the kids, after 2 weeks, we realize the talent of the kid. And we want to be sure they are in the right place. I have many cases, I tell them, please register them for different sports. Even I remember in Dubai, I told to one of the parents, your son is good to be a goalkeeper in soccer. They started laughing, but he's one of the best goalkeeper and he's making so much money. So we find the time, because I really spent 20 years of my life to study. And I'm crazy person. I like to find something new which nobody even have thought about it. So that's me. So what I found, there are many people, they don't know what is the best sport for them, and they have so much talent in different sports. So we tell them go to that sport, and I tell them the reason. Some of them, they like it or they don't like it, but we try to be honest with them. But if they have talent for badminton, again I will talk with parents and I say, okay, we lost 6 years and it's very difficult to push that player to this level. But most of them, they are saying no. They after so many trying so many sports, now she loves this sport or he loves this sport. Okay, so what is the solution? We need to speed up. We need to be if we plan to practice 3 days a week, we should practice 5, 6 days a week. So anyway, we don't want to go to details, but one option is that player become professional, and that's perfect. If not, what is the advantages if the player wants to be professional and it's not happening? See, in badminton court, I learned life. It's not just about badminton. You learn to have confidence. The self-confidence is very important in this world. The other thing which is very important for me as a father of 3 kids, I want they be away from electronic devices. But if even they are away from electronic devices, they learn something at that time. And I don't want to waste their time. The other thing, they learn how to deal with other people around of them, and they learn how to manage their life, because badminton is one of the toughest sports in the world. And we lose, they cry, but that's the way to learn. They get experience. Even I see sometimes parents crying with kids, even sometimes I cry with them, but I know the future. I'm very sure, one of our best players, she's the best in USA now. Most of our kids are like that. Even sometimes parents, they don't talk to me for 2 years, but I told them, wait for me. Or some of them, we go to tournament, they cry, we hug each other, coach, I cannot handle it, always we are losing. I say, wait, because we are working on foundation of the kids, and it takes time. And there is a time they never lose. Why? Because everything comes together. They learn everything, and then they are mature enough to win. They get that personality to be a winner. And even about personality, the same personality, winning personality, and that winning attitude and that fighting spirit goes to the life. That's why I never scared to move to other countries. I can say I live in 4 different countries, and anywhere I went, I have my badminton clubs, and it was very successful. In like maybe in Dubai it took 14 years. In USA now, I can say after 5 years, I was thinking, okay, that's the time I can start having many clubs, and I learned all this in badminton courts. And so there are a lot of advantages, even if we don't um, be a world champion. And the last thing, which is very important, always parents asking, what about their study? Because they practice, when they are in national team, we have training for them for 4 hours a day. That is time management. They learn how to manage their time. And I cannot say one or two, all our national players here, they are the best in their school and the best in the county. Why? Because they never and ever, they don't learn how to waste their time, and they know how to manage their time.
Coach, we have one last question left. How about parents? How they can help their children in their badminton journey?
Awesome. Yeah. I really believe in teamwork, and I had many cases. Parents don't like their kids involved in badminton so much. So even if that player is the most talented player in the world, cannot, um, achieve their targets. So the teamwork is parents, player, and coaches. So imagine, especially in USA, parents that don't want kids come to the classes. So there is no way we can, uh, make good players, because we need them to be here, and then it works. And Anyway, if parents they like to support, so we definitely need support of parents, otherwise no way to make players. But now how they can support if they want to do that, we need to make a winner at home. We cannot, like I see some of the parents, the way they call their kids is like they are calling their servant, which is not right. They should call them somehow, you are a world champion and I'm respecting you that much, and then I'm calling you. So if we reach that level of understanding, I am making my kid a winner or world champion or Olympic champion, that will happen. But somehow I can say in our culture it's quite difficult to understand how important is that. But just this is a suggestion, just try that for a week. You will love yourself more as a parent, because you say, wow, I really made this kid so confident, and now I can ask him or her, do this, do that, and he's helping me. And the reason is, when we give them self-confidence, I give tough duties to my kids. And everybody says, are you crazy? Maybe she loses that money. I say, that's the price I pay. Let her try. Let her try. And then if she does that, she's saying, Dad, I could do it. And when she gets that self-confidence, I can say it's like 2 years coaching, because they come to the court, they say, I'm a person, my dad, even let me make it more clear. For example, you want to buy a property, arrange a meeting with your kids and say, I want to get your opinion, and bring paper and pen and take that very serious. Arrange meeting with your kids every week. Say, I'm going to do something very important and you are the best person, you can help me. He or she is thinking, wow, I'm now, grown enough to give information to my parents. And when they get that self-confidence at home, definitely they will come to the court as a winner. And when they go to the court, their system doesn't accept to lose anymore. And that's the one we want. So teamwork is very important. Long story short, it's really, beautiful subject. I really love to talk about that, but I don't want to take your time. Long story short, parents are most effective team members for that journey. If parents wants to do anything, it's possible. Thank you.